Welcome back into Rounding Third Baseball, episode 311, the final four in the WBC. I'm Nick. We have Harrison tonight. How are we doing tonight, Harrison?
Fantastic, Nick. How we doing?
Doing pretty well. Just watched Gunnar Henderson tie it up against the DR here. So we're going to live watch and do our regular show here. But yeah, we got 1-1 right now. So huge hit by Gunnar Henderson. So love that lip read by Will Smith right there. It's awesome. But anyways, so yeah, we got some stuff to get into. Not a ton of news. Just going to kind of recap the WBC and everything like that. But first, make sure you follow and like us on Facebook. You can subscribe on YouTube. You can also follow on Instagram, Rumble, and TikTok. You can also listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. We also have our affiliate sponsors, Logitech, MLB Shop, and Lids. You can find these links on the tops of all of our socials. So if you do any shopping with these companies, please use our links as we get a nice little kickback with no additional cost to you. Just a great way to support the show. We also have Rounding Third merch on Etsy. We have sweatshirts, t-shirts, tumblers, phone cases, whole bunch of stuff. Just another great way to support us creators and to get our name out there. So check us out on Rounding Third Baseball on Etsy. And finally, on Patreon, we are still working on things in the Patreon community. Just a great way to support us. You can have like a little subscription, a free subscription, and it comes with perks. We let you know of upcoming guests and all of that stuff. So please check us out on Patreon as we are trying to build that going forward. So, and thank you to everyone who has. It's much appreciated. All right, let's recap the quarterfinals here first to get us to where we are now. Italy keeps rolling, Harrison. They beat Puerto Rico 8-6. They had them up, what was it, 8-2, and Puerto Rico came roaring back, but Italy had enough in the tank to keep them off. But man, what did you think about this game and Italy?
I mean, I said it going into the game. Like, I feel like Puerto Rico was too much for them, but I wanted to root for Italy. I just didn't believe they had enough in them, and they came out fast. They jumped right all over Seth Lugo instantly,
Mm-hmm.
and I tip my hat to Italy. They continue to roll. They're one of the only. There's only two undefeated teams left in this tournament: Italy and the DR, and that says a lot about how they played. And they've every time they've been expected to lose, they've stepped up and won. So at this point, I don't know how to root against Italy.
Yeah, and they've beaten teams with a long ball. They've beaten teams by just scattering the ball all over the place. Like this 8-6 win, they didn't use the espresso machine once. It was they didn't hit a single home run to put up 8 runs. So they're manufacturing runs in different ways. And that's what makes a team difficult to beat when they can beat you in numerous ways. It's not just, live and die by the 3-run homer or great pitching, right? It's a combination of both. They might base hit you to death one day. They might be disciplined at the plate, and then that 3-run bomb. Italy's doing it in all aspects of the game right now. So we'll get into the future matchups coming up. What they got Venezuela, who also rolled. Really, Japan wasn't in this game. Really wasn't. You had a leadoff homer by Acuna. Otani answered that in the bottom of the first, so it was 1-1. And then Venezuela pretty much had complete control of that game. At no point did I think Japan had a shot, to be completely honest.
No, I mean, I felt like this one played out exactly like we thought. Venezuela is too much. They jumped out quick. Japan responded right back. Venezuela came back again, and the problem is Japan just couldn't answer enough times, and Venezuela just kept coming and coming and coming.
Yeah.
And Japan had no answers for them. And I think
Roman, did he get it?
He did.
Let's go, Roman. That a baby.
Whew.
Lefty on lefty, too. Gotta love that as Red Sox fans. Let's go.
That is amazing. Holy cow. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, that was. I mean, I wasn't looking, so I'm glad you said something. So I think Japan proved to be who we thought they were. They just didn't have enough juice. They were a good team, but when when they faced a tougher competitor, they didn't have it.
Yeah. Yeah, that Abreu homer was an absolute moonshot. That
Yep.
thing was insane for sure. Um, the other thing with Japan that kind of shocked me is like they didn't play Japan baseball. They made a lot of
Mhm.
mistakes that you don't see Japan make. I mean, throwing the ball into center field on a pickoff that I remotely wasn't even close to the second base bag. I think the announcer described it as a base hit up the middle, is what it looked like because I just airmailed it. I've never seen a Japanese team play baseball like that, if that makes any sense. I've never seen a Japanese team be sloppy like that, and there was a lot of sloppy play. Um,
There was. They did not play. They usually play a very tightly controlled game. You know, they do not make a lot of mistakes. This team made more mistakes. Usually their pitching is very kind of command driven. They were very loose in the strike zone. They got away with it in pool play. Venezuela did not let them get away with it. And I think
yeah,
that's exactly what we expected to have happen. When Japan saw a more talented team that was on their level, you were going to see who they really were. And what you saw was that this team did not have it. And this was not this was clearly Japan's, I would say, least talented team they brought to the WBC.
yeah, I would agree with that. And their center fielder, say a Suzuki goes out in the first inning,
That hurts.
and what's funny about that is it took them a while to replace their center fielder, and the guy they replace ends up hitting a 3-run bomb to keep Japan in it. So
Right.
I mean, it hurts, but like, did it? I don't know. That guy came to your rescue a little bit, but
Yeah.
yeah, it just wasn't a Japan style play game that we're used to seeing. A little different. But listen, hats off to that Venezuela team. We said it going in. This is a roster that's not getting much love. They're deep. They got some great players in that lineup. So, I mean, when you got Jackson Churio hitting down around the bottom, you're doing all right in the
Yeah.
lineup department. So,
Yeah. That
um,
lineup is not bad.
no, not bad at all. It will play. It will play. All right, let's get to this before we get to the other the other, previews for the semis here. Is Scooble back in Miami? Um you texted me this. I wasn't really sure what was going on, but so now he's back with the team.
Yeah, so apparently he was flying back to Miami to be with the team in uniform. Not available. He's not playing, but he'll be in uniform on the bench with the team. I've not seen any reports to the fact that he's there, but I'm assuming he is. But yeah, so he plans to be there through the end of this thing. So if the U.S. wins and advances, he's going to be there tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Tuesday for the final. He won't be going back to camp until this thing's done.
Okay. I don't have an issue with it, right? I think he's kind of torn because he's got two commitments going on at
Yep.
once, right? Like, and I get that it's hard, and he's already come out and said, like, this atmosphere is completely different. I've never been a part of this in my life. Like, I don't want to miss it. And maybe that's the agreement the Tigers had. We don't know what the agreement was. It was like, hey, you come back, you make your start, get your time in, and then on your off day, like, go ahead, be back with the team. As long as you don't pitch, go back with the team. Like, that's me assuming it's something like that. It was kind of like the compromise because
Yeah.
there was talks. Maybe I can pitch in the championship game. Um, or this is just a big elaborate scheme to have a surprise if we make the finals. I don't really know, but for me, I'm guessing it's an off day, and he was like, hey, do you mind if I go back there and finish out the tournament? I'm not starting for you guys for another 3 or 4 days, so like I'm still going through my plan, but I'm just with the team that I committed to here. And I'm guessing that was the compromise.
Yeah. Which I think makes sense. It just feels weird. Like he's trying to date both girls at the same time, and somehow like they're kind of okay with it. But
Well,
what
he's
I
married. He's married to one, Harrison, but it sounds like it's an open
only for a year,
relationship.
it's open. He's welcome to see other people. Um, but it's what I struggle with is his whole thing was he needed to be back with the Tigers. He needed to be back in camp. He needed to be back in his program. And yet he's leaving again. So like, did you really need to be back at camp? Like, I would just love to be like, okay, like what the hell's going on here, Scooble?
Right.
Like, do you feel like you need to be with the Tigers, or are you like, I don't really want to be there right now. I want to be somewhere else. I want to make my start and hang out with these guys. This back and forth, like it's turning into a soap opera when it doesn't have to be. Like you're either on the team or you're not on the team. You're either in camp or you're not in camp. And if you're not in camp, just say you're not going to be in camp.
Yeah.
Like, why are we trying to turn this into like this dramatic situation when it doesn't have to be?
Are the Tigers in the Grapefruit or Cactus League?
Grapefruit, right?
Well, then, I mean, it would probably make more sense if, he's got an off day to go to Miami for a couple of days, because it's not like he's flying cross country. He's literally taking a 2-hour car ride or whatever it takes to get to Miami. Flat cheese. I just joined and I heard, but
Yeah.
he's trying to date both girls at the same time. Yeah, probably not great.
Yeah,
Um,
they're in Lakeland, Florida, so they're kind of they're in between Tampa and Orlando. So
oh,
he's
okay.
he's a few hours away from Miami, by car.
Okay. Yeah. They've separated officially, but he's staying for the year for the kids.
Yeah, the
Oh
divorce is
man.
in process. It just isn't finalized yet.
Yeah, yeah, side piece. Yeah, funny. Yeah, we can just run that analogy all night. But yeah, anyways, yeah, honestly, I don't have an issue with it. I'm sure if the Tigers did, he wouldn't be back with the team. My guess is he's got a gap in his spring training, like I said, an off day or whatever. And he was like, as part of the compromise here, like I came back in camp, what you wanted me to do. I have a couple off days. Do you mind if I see it through? Which I can respect. He made the commitment to Team USA. The Tigers said, "Yeah, go ahead," but wait, no, we want you back in camp. So like, both kind of went back on their word there a little bit. But I understand making the commitment to the Tigers, but you also made a commitment to Team USA, and they're still playing. So yeah, go back and root for those guys and be part of this incredible environment.
Yeah. So as reported 8 hours ago, Scooble was in Miami with the team. I'm not sure if he's on the bench or where he is, but he is in Miami with them. He left Lakeland this morning and
Okay.
drove down to Miami. So it's again, like I don't have a problem with him being there. I don't really care that he's there. I don't really care if he's not. This is getting way too much media coverage for the fact that he's just like going back and forth. And
Yeah.
it's always a different story. It's like I think I told you, like I don't care the reasoning, and I don't, but just call it what it is. Like I'm gonna go hang out and be part of this team for a couple of days. See you guys.
Yeah. Right. And that's what it could be in the media's
Yeah,
reporting. Others, oh, he's going down because he's going to make that start in the final, and they're trying to be sneaky about it, like to the point where it's just like he can't make up his mind. Like we've heard each end of the spectrum there.
yeah,
So it is what it is. Like I get it. You want to be part of the commitment you made with the Team USA. That's it. That's for me. That's where it is for me.
yeah, yeah. And I think if I'm the Tigers, like you're kind of in a hard spot. Like you've got this guy signed to a 1 year deal. You don't have a great relationship with him anymore. He's not staying. So it's like, what am I gonna do? Like I'm not gonna fine him and punish him for taking off for a couple of days. That's dumb. I'm just gonna piss him off more.
Right.
Um, And honestly, like, am I worried about school being ready for the year? No. So it's like, fine. If you want to go take a few days with your buddies and go party in Miami, then do what you got to do, pal. But when you get back here, you need to be ready to get going because opening day is a couple weeks away.
Yeah. Um, Chad, this is a good question. I wonder how much of a sticking point teams have control over players playing in the WBC will be in the next CBA. I don't know, man. They have so much to worry about. I'm not even sure if that comes up, to be completely honest. It might. I mean, if they're going to be out there, it might. But we will see. No idea. Yeah, Carl says, by the way, Roman Anthony clobbering that ball against a tough lefty body bodes well for this season for sure. Yeah, that was an incredible at bat, and he took that pitch and deposited it. It was awesome.
Yeah, I want to see many, many more at bats like that from him.
Yep. Yeah, Scooble made a start for the Tigers Friday or Saturday. That's what I'm pretty sure. So, So he probably wouldn't be able to pitch on Tuesday anyway. So I mean, it is what it is. So that's what I'm
Well,
saying. This is probably a
and
scheduled off day for sure.
and the reality of it is, if they win today and they're going to be around for a day or two, he's just going to go to their practice and do his throwing routine. You know,
Right.
plenty of guys there will catch him. So
Right.
it's it's kind of like one of those things, like he's working remote for a couple days
Right.
because that's kind of what he's doing.
Yeah. But Joe Ryan will fit. Wait, no, he went.
No,
He went back.
uh,
Oh, then Joe Ryan's back. But oh no, wait,
no,
no, he's gone
no,
again.
he's not. He's gone again.
Uh, Make up
I
your
mean, wait
mind.
for it. He
But
might be back. He might be back later, but
it's true. John Temple says, "How often in your lifetime do you get a chance to play in a world championship game?" And like, this is a world championship, right? Let's call it how it is. If he's
yeah.
available, he should pitch, and the Tigers can go eat a bag of, But that's
Stuff.
just my opinion, and it don't mean crap in the scheme of things. Yeah, I mean, we all have that opinion. I'm with you, John. If he
Well,
made the commitment here, I get the wishes of the team, right? I to a certain extent, I do, right? The Tigers have a little bit more to play for than the Pirates do at this point, right? So you're gonna let Paul Skeens go to a certain extent. Like, he's not out there to throw 175 pitches tonight, but I don't know. It's a tough one to skate because you are trying to respect the wishes of the team so you don't overwork these guys, hurt these guys, but go still win a tournament. But every team is trying to do that. The DR's doing that. Puerto Rico, Venezuela, all of those teams are juggling this in some aspect. So I don't know. It's just it's weird.
well, and I think in fairness, the Tigers didn't ask him not to pitch. That was entirely the decision that he made from his camp, that not to pitch a second game. Um,
Okay.
he went there with the same pitch restrictions as Skeens and all these other guys. It was 55, then 75, and don't overuse them. And so that was all cleared up. And the Tigers didn't step back and say, no, we don't want you to pitch. Scooble decided not to pitch because
Mm,
in his mind he had too many things he needed to worry about and too much was at stake. For him, I'm going to get paid a boatload of money in about 12 months. And I don't want to screw that up by getting hurt. So
yeah.
it's not the Tigers that said, "Hey, dude, don't pitch." It was Scooble saying, "Hey, I probably shouldn't push this because I got to make sure that I protect my future."
Until he got there and he's like, maybe I should have pushed this.
Yeah,
He's eating his words a little bit, but
yeah.
uh
And to the whole Joe Ryan thing, like I can't remember a WBC where there was more roster drama than this year with who's coming, who's not, late substitutions,
yeah.
guys coming and going. Like I can't remember this ever being a thing in the WBC.
Yeah,
And maybe I'm
Brian
wrong.
Brian Rocchio just got added to Team Italy.
Yeah,
So,
I don't remember there ever being so much roster juggling in the middle of this thing.
yeah. Yeah, and Carl says it right. This whole tournament is a delicate balancing act. You want these guys to get a chance to represent their country and still stay healthy. I'm a little concerned about Seiya Suzuki leaving the game yesterday for Japan. Hopefully, it's nothing major. Yeah, I think they said in the game they said it was a right knee, but I don't think they were too worried about it. I think that he just banged it, but um,
Yeah, he went in hard on the slide. It looks like he just like
yeah,
bashed on the ground.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't have an issue with it, man. I hope the hell if USA makes it out, I hope he pitches Tuesday. That'd be insane. Love it.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, it would be nuts because
Well,
as it
Bobby,
stands right now, like I'm not even sure who is available
it's
for
got to be it's
because
got to be McLean. He's got to start.
I mean he's the only starter, right? That's got capacity right now. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Bobby Witt just saved a run right there.
Probably what's a freak.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, crazy. They use the word discomfort. You're right. Yeah, like
yeah.
right knee
He's not,
discomfort.
as of an hour ago. He's still not been seen by the team doctors. He's still, they're still working on traveling back.
Yeah,
But he's supposed to get into camp and immediately be checked out.
yeah,
Looks like that'll happen tomorrow.
yeah.
But yeah, they keep talking about discomfort. Like he's up and moving. He's just not comfortable.
Yeah. All right, let's come back to USA and Dominican since that's happening right now. They got first and second, one out, bottom of the fourth here. Wow. Italy and Venezuela preview, Harrison. What do you got here? Well, hold on. Before we get into there, Chad, did the Diaz injury last WBC maybe change how players approach this year? I think yes, and insurance companies. I think that's why we had a bigger influx of players getting denied. 1,000%. How Acuna and Diaz are both there, I have no idea, but it's 100%. And I don't think it's not necessarily the teams, Carl, as the insurance companies don't want to pay out these massive contracts.
Yeah. Well, and I do think to a certain extent the players are
No.
realizing that this is a problem.
Yeah. Right. And so maybe that does come up in the next CBA. Maybe the players union does go, hey, like, we need to fix this because we need the biggest stars, in our sport at this tournament.
Yeah.
Look at what happened in 2026. Like 2026, this is the biggest tournament on this stage in baseball.
Yep.
And you took half of Team Puerto Rico out of it. So I'm with you.
Yeah.
But anyways, Italy and Venezuela, Harrison, do you have a prediction here?
I mean, I don't know how I could pick against Venezuela with that roster being what it is, but it's Italy. Like every time I've picked against Italy, I've eaten crow. So
yeah,
I don't. I mean, I don't know how I pick against Italy, but I feel like I have to. Like I look at that Venezuela team, and I'm just like, man, like who? That team is like so sneaky under the radar good. Everybody's talking about the U.S. and DR, but Venezuela's good.
very good.
That is a very good team. I haven't seen the pitching match yet, but I'm sure it's going to be good. So I'm going to go Venezuela, but yet again, I am picking against Italy and putting it out there that I don't like picking against Italy because for whatever reason, these guys have it figured out, but I can't see them beating Venezuela. I mean, every time I've said that, it hasn't worked out, but Venezuela's good.
Yeah. I have been on the Italy bandwagon, but unfortunately, I think the Cinderella story kind of ends here. It strikes midnight for Italy. And I think Venezuela takes this. Their lineup is just too good. I mean, one through 9, it's like yikes. It's not DR good, but man, it is pretty damn solid.
No, I mean it's like Diet DR. I mean this is it tastes like it, but it's not quite.
Yeah. Michael says he'll pick Venezuela and Italy will win. Yep. Italy because Vinny is too strong. Listen, Pasquantino, man, has turned some heads this tournament for sure.
Every one of those Royals players has had an awesome WBC.
Yeah. But just his leadership, how he's taken that Italian team under his wing, the 3-homer game, he's like, put them on their backs at times. Vinny is definitely the heart and soul of that team, and it's awesome. Oh, J-Rod just got smoked.
I was going to say, what's the injury delay?
Yeah, J-Rod just got smoked on the forearm. Sorry, John Temple. Or the wrist. I don't know. Didn't see
there
it.
goes the MVP campaign.
Yep. Yeah, both are underdog stories. Venezuela won't come into this game assuming they've advanced too soon. Yikes.
They won't make that mistake.
No. But yeah, I think Venezuela's lineup is going to be a little too much for Italy's pitching. Unless they got Nola or who's the other guy? I'm just blanking. Oh, Lorenzen lined up.
Oh, Lorenzen's supposed to go in this game, I believe.
Okay, so I mean, if Lorenzen goes and pitches like he did against USA, they have a chance.
The pitching matchup was released earlier, and I'm trying to find who it was. It was Lorenzen, and I can't remember who.
Okay.
I'll find it. Lorenzen versus Keter Montero.
Bless you.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. So I don't know. For me, like, again, I'm with you. I don't want to pick against Italy. I'm going to be cheering for them, but I think Venezuela takes this one for sure.
Yeah, but I tend to agree. Unless, I mean, Lorenzen is lights out again, then who knows? But yeah, it looks like it's going to be Lorenzen versus Montero.
God knows, Skeens can go jump off a cliff. Just drilled my guy in the hand. Yeah. Wait, yeah, we just said that, John. I was like, uh-oh.
There goes that MVP campaign.
Yeah. All right.
You got Cal Raleigh who can't hit anything, and J-Rod's just got plunked.
Yeah. All right. So what do we got? USA, Dominican Republic here, Harrison. US is up 2-1, bottom of the fourth. DR's got bases loaded, 2 outs here. Skeens has got roughly 20 pitches left. How are we feeling the rest of this game goes?
I mean, it's it's playing out to the US's favor right now because you're already in the Dominican bullpen. You've already touched up the bullpen, so that's a good sign. But when you get into the USA bullpen, I don't know what you're going to be left with. I mean, you've got guys like Vest in the bullpen waiting, so you've got some arms, but this lineup is just absurd. So I mean, I I still feel like the US is a slightly better team, but I feel like the DR is just dialed in.
Yeah.
So I think this. I think honestly, I think it's the DR's tournament to lose. They're
I,
they've got to give it up.
I'm with you. Is this the best lineup offensively we've ever seen?
I mean, based on statistics alone, I mean they're already setting it. They're already tying and setting WBC records. They're not even in the final game yet. Um, I think you'd be hard pressed to find a better lineup top to bottom ever than this one. I mean, I would put this up against those Japan teams that rolled everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a clip of like a reel of one earlier, but it was the Dominican team, but like 2006, and it was like Beltre, Ortiz, like all those guys.
Yep.
Pretty ridiculous. All right, US got out of it. Love it. There we go. But yeah, dude, I mean, you have, I think Joe Davis said it before the show. There's like 12 MVPs on that one team.
Yeah.
I mean, just silly.
It
And
it's
then
gross.
then you got Ketel Marte, who's sitting there, has been in the top five for the last 4 years. Tatis, I just go down that lineup. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's not right. Then you got a guy like Caminero who's hitting sixth for you,
At
who's just
22 years old.
who's terrorizing everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to hit 50 bombs this year, no doubt.
Yeah,
So,
and oh by the way, you've got a bench full of guys that are pretty good. Last I checked.
yeah, that don't even see time, which is nuts.
No, I mean it's absurd.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
So, if you had to put a percentage on it, what's the percentage chance that USA can pull this one out?
I mean it's it's close to a coin flip. I'd say it's probably 50. I'd say 60% Dominican, 40% the US. I think the Dominican has the edge because as this game goes on, it's going to play to their strength. Um, but like I've said this from the very beginning of this tournament, the Dominican always gets let down by its bullpen. These guys come in, they throw 100 miles an hour, but they never know where it's going. And that's the thing. That's always been the Achilles heel for the DR has been when you get into their bullpen, you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, and that's fair. Um, yeah, I'm with you. I think US is playing with fire. You keep loading the bases like that and putting
Yeah.
runners on for the DR, they're gonna make you pay for sure at some point.
Yeah, Paul Skeens can get out of the situation, but almost nobody else could have gotten out of that with that lineup staring at him.
Yeah, for sure. So we will be keeping an eye on this, obviously, as we keep going on in the show. But we got some out of left field discussion topics. Harrison put these ones together for us tonight. So, what do you got for us tonight, Harrison?
All right. Well, I got a mix of like some more serious questions, some more kind of lighthearted questions, just to mix it up tonight. So, I want to start with this because this is something we've talked about a lot, and it's one that I've been fascinated by. We all know Armando Galarraga and the not so perfect game. So my question to you, Nick and chat, is MLB has the ability to go back and change calls. They can do this. They could if they wanted to. So is it time for MLB to make it right and give Galarraga his perfect game?
This might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm going to say no. So I'm going to say no because as much as I still picture Galarraga, he pitched a perfect game, right?
Yep.
But the fact that he quote unquote didn't makes this a moment in history that will never be forgotten, right? It will never be forgotten because of this moment. As long as baseball exists, Armando Galarraga, did Judge get it?
No. No,
Are you
close.
serious? Dang.
Close, but no.
Um, so as long as baseball exists, Armando Galarraga's name will always be talked about because of this moment. If you go and change it, now he's just another player with a perfect game, right? I mean, I just I mean, listen, it's rare to pitch a perfect game, obviously, and you're in the history books for another reason, but this one sticks out. So for me, it's no,
Yep.
but Jason, agree with Nick. Man, did I say that?
Yeah, that's what had me laughing. I'm like,
That's
geez,
awesome.
yikes.
Yeah.
The guy shows up, drops immediately into the chat and dumps that one. But so it's funny. I've gone back and forth on this many times, and I've debated it many times with people, and I'm of the same opinion of no, and I look at it for a number of reasons. One, this is one of those moments that really kind of showed the human side of baseball. Stuff happens, things don't get called correctly. It's part of the game. Two, it became an incredible moment for baseball in the sense of how do you react to this?
Right.
You know, you had Jim Joyce who handled it like a pro. You had Armando Galarrago who handled it like a pro. You know, they did. There were so many great lessons that came out of this for everybody should watch in terms of sportsmanship and how to recover from adversity and all those things. It was such a great moment for MLB to have to show the what happens next facet to this. So for that reason, I think all the good that came from this, I wouldn't change it. And I honestly think that if you asked Armando Galarraga, "Do you want it changed?" I think he'd tell you no. I think there was so much more to this moment, this snapshot in time, than just that call. And I think it's had such a huge impact across baseball. It's such a huge lesson for all of us, you know, kids and adults about how to handle adversity and how to respond when things don't go your way. I just I think too much good came of it to go back and change it now.
Yep, I 1,000% agree. That's a great point. You know, and Chad backs you up. The way Jim Joyce owned up to it was amazing. Angel Hernandez could have learned from that. Yeah, the fact that Jim Joyce was so emotional and was like, I just, caused this kid history, right? And then Armando Galarraga to bring the lineup card up to him at home plate the next day, like, and Jim Joyce is bawling his eyes out, but like Galarraga was like, dude, it's all right. Like it was yesterday. We're moving on. Like we're good. Everything you said, I think you nailed it. It's just a great way of how that should be handled instead of screaming at each other. Um, because no one
Yeah.
even yelled at Jim Joyce in the moment. I mean, you just had
No.
Cabrera going like, "Oh my god, like what?"
And
Um,
Galarraga's got like that smile on his face, like he kind of looks to the
yeah,
left, looks back at Joyce, looks to the left again. He's kind of like, "What just happened?"
yeah,
But like
yeah.
there was no like explosion from the dugout. There was no screaming at Jim Joyce. I mean, and even the I mean, even the other dugout, like they're all just like, "Oh my goodness, did that just happen?" Like they all
Yeah.
realize what just happened. It's just it was
Even
incredible.
Jason Donald going up the line, he goes, "I shouldn't have ran so hard." like like
Like he felt
dude,
bad
he
for
felt
trying.
bad for trying, right? Yeah, I just and this is where I am Chad, right? I think he'd be if he had thrown a perfect game,
Yeah.
Galarraga would be less known than he is for not throwing a perfect
Yes.
game. And that's my take on it for sure.
Agreed.
To me, it's cooler because it's unique. Keep it what it is. 1,000%, Carl. So I think we're actually all kind of in agreement here.
Yeah.
Um, if you want to turn it over for the record books, I guess it's not going to take this moment away. Like we're still going to remember it forever, but the fact
But
that it's not also makes it that much more unique.
exactly. I think the problem is if you change it, we stop talking about it, and like the moment kind of dies. If you just leave it alone, it becomes, you know, idiots like us continue to bring it up and talk about it. So It lives on forever. It's immortal.
Fair. Yeah.
But I do think I honestly think like this is a moment that should be revisited across baseball. Like the umpires should be shown the fact that like, hey, this is how stuff should be handled. Like when you guys are wrong, like stop throwing people out because you're being challenged. Like be a human. This is something that they should reflect back on frequently and get these umpires to stop being such tools when they're questioned. Because
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like Jim Joyce made that is probably one of the worst calls in baseball history. And
Yeah.
the guy immediately once he watched it said, "I screwed it up. I screwed it up. Like 100% my bad. I messed it up. I kicked it." I think was his phrase, um,
Hmm.
and immediately apologized to the guy.
Yeah.
It wasn't a fight over anything. Like he wasn't. He just came out and said, "Yeah, I screwed up." And
Yeah.
everybody like loved him more for the fact that he just acknowledged the fact that yeah, I made a mistake.
Yeah. And as much as it hurts to admit that you're wrong, it was the right thing to do. So good for
It
him.
was, and I think baseball. I think everybody in baseball should remember this moment and kind of the credibility it lends to the game when people just you know, I screwed up. We'll make it right. Things happen.
Yeah. Totally agree.
All right.
All right.
I'm afraid to ask this question, but I'm going to do it. So, Hall of Fame. So, we've talked about guys that had shorter careers with like high peaks. We've talked about guys that have in the Hall of Fame because they've just played for a long time. So, I want to ask you, Nick, and I want to ask Chat, should higher peaks, meaning more like greater levels of dominance, get more consideration than longevity? So should guys that were more dominant in shorter windows get more consideration than guys that just played a long time?
I'm 1,000% yes here, and it's not close for me. Now, I'm saying that because it is hard to get to the major leagues, right? Extremely hard, right?
Yep.
Less than 1% of baseball players ever make it to the major leagues. It is even harder to be the best guy in the major leagues, even for a 5 year stretch, right? So, yeah, you were the best player in the major leagues for 5 years. I value that way more than a guy that hangs around the bottom 35 and played for 20 years. So that's how I look at it. You dominated the sport for 5 years. That's what I'm kind of defining as a unofficial definition of a peak, a short peak. You know, Dale Murphy, Don Mattingly. Then guys that just were good to pretty good for 20 years. These guys were elite for 5. Give me the elite 5 years with a chance to win a championship, then good to pretty good for 20. That's just how I look at it because, again, hard to get to the major league level, even it's harder to be the best player for a certain amount of time. That's where I stand
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah. And I love this argument. I'm watching Chat kind of light up. So let's bring some of their opinions in before I talk.
Yeah.
So we got it's like so Carl's with you. Yes, unequivocally yes. Harold Baines is less of a Hall of Famer than he's a star collector. I mean, fair. He played for a long time
Yeah.
and put up numbers because of it.
Which I don't want to diminish longevity because that's important because a lot of guys can't play that long. It's just it's a different level of Hall for me, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah, Michael's not the same as on board higher peaks. Um, John Felix was God for 9 to 10 seasons. The Mariners didn't do well by him by not building a team and a pen around him. He'd have 60 more wins than he has, and a no doubt Hall of Famer. I mean, Felix is kind of on both sides of it. You know, kind of the shorter career, higher peak, but also on a team that wasn't good, which is like a double whammy for him.
Right.
Mike Reed, I think 5 is too short. I think the lead to very good needs to be at least 7 years. Okay. Um, Curtis, give me a good 6 year run instead of a lifetime achievement award.
Bingo. And
That's fair.
that's where I'm at. Like you give me a 5 to 6 year peak with these guys just dominating the game and giving your team a chance to win. I'm taking that all day instead of a guy that's good to pretty good for 20 years. Yeah, Carl meant stat collector, not star
Yeah,
collector.
I
Yeah,
should have known that was the stat when I read it, but I knew what you were saying.
yeah,
I just read it as it was written.
yeah.
Um,
So yeah, I'm with you. It's higher peak for me because the fact that Murphy and Mattingly don't get any consideration is bogus. It's absolutely bogus. Those two are Hall of Famers in my eyes. I don't understand it. I really don't.
yeah, I mean, and again, like it's hard when you look at the kind of like the magic numbers or the magical kind of boxes you have to check to be a Hall of Famer. Like they don't check them, but when you look at the body of work, they had windows of time where they were no doubt in the some of the best players in baseball. And that's where I think the hard part is that we're not arguing that longevity isn't valuable. We always say availability is the best ability. And
Right.
Harold Baines, yes, he might have been a stat collector, but to stay in Major League Baseball for 20 years, that's pretty freaking hard. Um,
Oh yeah. It was
nice,
classic rounding third misspelling that got posted before correction. Love it.
nice, Carl, real
Um
nice. Is there a block button for him? Anyways,
no.
but no, I think that there's value to the guys that can stick around for that long. Whether
Yeah.
it's the ability to stick around that long, the health stick around that long, like there's value in that. So
Yeah.
I'm not trying to diminish the guys that played for a long time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I do think we need to grapple with as fans, but also within the Hall of Fame. Like, what about those guys that like Felix Hernandez, who were the elite of the elite for windows of time, but didn't have the longevity, whether it was injury, whether it was just a quick rapid decline in skills, because there's that too. But also the fact like he was on a team that stunk for a lot of the time he was there. They weren't good.
Right.
Not his fault, but at the same time, like he continued to sign contracts there and stay, so it's kind of his fault.
Right.
But like there's got to be a midpoint here where you can honor the guys that were elite for shorter periods of time, but not completely diminish the guys that have put up big numbers because they're around a long time. Albert Pujols was around a long time, put up huge numbers.
Right.
He was also the elite of the elite, so he checks all the boxes. A
Right.
guy like Baines doesn't. He was very very good, but he was not an elite player.
When you start letting these borderline guys in, you open up this conversation for the guys with the shorter peaks. Because, like you said, Hall of Fame for me should be held for an Albert Pujols, right? 700 plus homers, 2,000 RBIs, longevity, and pretty much peaked during that entire time. That's what the Hall of Fame should be for me. I'm a small Hall guy.
Yep.
And use the museum to honor the other guys that had long careers. But um, since we're not, like you gotta, I think, honor both. And Matthew hits it right here. I think both are valuable.
Yep.
Longevity and availability are variable. So are peaks like Koufax, and both belong in the Hall, right? And so that's what drives me nuts about the Hall of Fame is just the inconsistencies of it. Okay, yes, Sandy Koufax is one of the best pitchers to ever play the game. I get it. But
Yep.
he barely got to the 10-year mark and then made the Hall of Fame like that.
Yep.
So there's other guys that were just as well, maybe not just as dominant, but pretty damn dominant in their era for short times and don't get the recognition. So why Koufax? I mean, I get why Koufax, but you know what I'm saying? Like there's other
Yeah.
guys that fit that mold.
Well,
So
and that's where I like us, and I know that some people in chat are going to be like, "Oh God, here he goes again." But this is why I like a stat like WAR, because you look at a guy like Harold Baines. He's a 38 WAR player over 22 years. He was basically a one. Let's round up. Let's call it. He was a 2 WAR player for most of his career. So he was
mhm,
better than average, but he wasn't elite. Your elite guys are 4 and 5 WAR players. That's kind of where you get into like your perennial all stars and above. He was a good player. We look at 2 WAR players now, and those are guys that are just they're filling out rosters. They're not impact players.
right.
Felix was a 3 WAR player across his career, and he had some really rough seasons towards the end where I'd love to throw those out and not even count them. But at the same time, like Felix relative to his peers, was a better performer for a shorter window of time than Harold Baines was.
Mhm.
But Harold Baines was out there for a really freaking long time,
Yeah.
and has tons. I mean, he has all kinds of stats. He's 2,866 hits and 1,299 runs, and he drove in 1,628 RBIs. Like, that's great. 6-time All-Star. He was the top 10 MVP voting twice in 22 seasons. A guy that was good. He was very good.
Yeah.
Like, not a difference maker, not an impact player. A guy that just was very good for a very long time.
Yep. Totally agree. Skeens just got lifted from the game with 1 out, first and second, in the bottom of the 5th. Chad says to me, if you can be one of the elites of the game for at least 5 to 6 years, that's it. Are you telling me Trout isn't getting in because he didn't have the longevity because of injuries? Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I mean, I think Trout's peaks a little bit longer than 5 or 6 years, but I understand your point.
Yeah.
And he's hit, the 400 home runs, which isn't the automatic bid, but, and Mike, right? I agree with this. If you're going to be a stat collector, you need to hit a milestone number to get in the hall. So for me, Harold Baines needed to get to 3,000 for me to be okay. Well, listen, I know he was 120 something off, whatever, but he's got to hit it. He's still got to get there.
Yeah.
You need one more season to get to 3,000. Then I'd be like, okay, like that's the automatic bid. You're in.
Yeah. So, like, let's look at a guy like Dale Murphy for fun. 18 seasons. He was a 46 WAR player. So he was an almost 3 WAR player per, over the course of his career. He was a top 10 MVP 4 times, won it twice. 7-time All-Star, 4-time Silver Slugger, 5-time Gold Glove. Like, he's got all the hardware.
Yeah.
Above and beyond Baines, higher WAR. So again, in his peer group, he was better. Don Mattingly, same thing. 14 years, 42 WAR. He was a almost 4 WAR player. He won an MVP. He was top 10 4 times. Again, another guy, 9 Gold Gloves, 6 All-Stars. Like,
Yeah.
he has so many more. He's checked so many more boxes than Harold Baines has. The difference is that Harold Baines has 700 more hits because he played for 8 more seasons.
Right.
So it's like, when you look at the impact they made on the game, Don Mattingly and Dale Murphy made a bigger impact in the window of time they played. It just wasn't as long.
Right. Yeah. Greg says, I was just going to bring up Trout. Just looked it up. 7 years is the peak. What's his peak? Carl, this is a great one. Johnny Damon had a better career offensively and actually played the field. Baines was a stat collecting DH. It's not okay. Yeah.
Well, and so here's a great example. So you've got, Shohei Ohtani.
Huge double play ball by Tyler Rogers to get out of that.
Massive. Adding Rogers was big. Let's go to Shohei. Shohei, 8 seasons played, 35 WAR player. So he's about a 4 WAR player. He's got a couple of seasons that were pretty weak because he was either hurt or whatever. But so if he retired today, he's had about a 5-year peak right now. He's in a 5-year peak.
Mm-hmm.
If he retires today, if he retired today, a lot of people would say right now that a lot of people would say he doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame because he doesn't have any of the numbers yet. But the flip side of it is, this is a guy who's won 4 MVPs, been runner-up for 1 in a 5-year window. So, like, if he was to retire today, does he go in the Hall of Fame? I mean,
yes, absolutely. They waive the 10-year clause, and he goes in anyways.
Yeah. Let's pretend he plays 10 years. But I mean, is he a Hall of Famer? Although he doesn't have any of the stats to get in.
1,000%. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. Ohtani is in. If he retires today, they will find a way to get him in the Hall of Fame because of what he's done. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm not trying to be
no.
I'm not even trying to be funny, but yeah, they will find a way to get Shohei Ohtani in the Hall of Fame if he was to retire right now. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, so it's one of those things, like, here's a guy who doesn't have the stats necessarily to get into the Hall of Fame like Harold Baines has. Yeah, but he has the peak and all the awards. Like, which one do you pick?
Yeah. Matthew, okay, this is getting off the rails. Otani can't be measured like any other player, and you're
But
right,
why
and
not?
that's why I'm saying because he can't. No one's
But why
done
not?
what he's done. I'm
Sure they
telling
have.
you right
Babe
now.
Ruth did it.
No, he didn't. Not at the same time. Babe
Sure he
Ruth
did.
pitched. No, he didn't. Not to this scale. It was not to. He wasn't pitching to and hitting at the same scale. Yes, he did it at the same time, but it was not at this level. It wasn't
I
at
mean,
the same. He pitched
but
and then kind of went to the outfield.
Shohei's pitched 500 innings in his career. Like, what are we talking about?
But he's doing it while he's hitting.
So did Babe for the several years where he overlapped.
Yeah, but it was also 1902, Harrison. That doesn't count. He was throwing
Uh,
55 miles an hour.
yeah, but he didn't have nutrition. He didn't have like he was driving trains to get to games. Like,
Dude, there's 26 grams of carbohydrate in a hot dog bun. So don't tell me that there wasn't nutrition. So stop it with
they
that.
didn't have like planned nutrition. He was drinking, smoking, and eating hot dogs.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just for me, they're finding a way to get Otani in if he retires today. That's just my take on it.
But
They
I think
would
that's the
bend the
point. Like,
criteria to get in.
here's a guy who has none of the stats that would qualify him for the Hall of Fame. But I think everybody acknowledges the fact that, like, because of the impact he's had in the game, he's got to be in there. Like, how do you
Right.
not put Shohei? I mean, even if you just do it for that as like a cultural icon, like he has to go in.
Right, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Michael, I know, sorry, 1915, 1935. History guys are getting all over me for saying Babe Ruth played 1902, but whatever. Anyways, you knew what I was trying
Yeah,
to
don't
say.
make the
God,
history guys mad, man.
man. All right.
They don't forget anything.
Yeah, back when baseball wasn't actually baseball, but anyway. Oh. Anyways,
Wow.
yeah,
Anyways, yeah. So, but like
no.
Shohei's a great example only because he's hit none of the milestones. But I think everybody in the world is like the dude's got to go in.
Right. It's the peak.
Yeah, exactly. Because of the peak, and I think that's where you've got players. I mean, I'm not big on Dale Murphy and Don Mattingly in the Hall of Fame. Like, I think there were guys that were like they're very borderline for me, even if you look at the peaks. But there are absolutely players that have to get consideration for what they've done. Felix is a great example. Like
Yeah.
this guy was the elite of the elite for a number of years.
Yeah. Curtis, this is my biggest argument when we go over the greatest player of all time. Because for me, it's Willie Mays, number one. And it's because he's post integration, right? Babe Ruth was pre integration. I know that's just what it was at that
Yep.
time period. And that's kind of out of Babe Ruth's control. But yeah, for me, it's Willie Mays is the number one MLB player of all time, just because he had all the tools, hitting speed, all the stuff. Um, not saying Babe Ruth is a close second because he is obviously, but you wonder like if the league's integrated, is Babe Ruth Babe Ruth? I don't know. Another one of those baseball what ifs. So
There's so many what ifs,
yeah,
and
love
it's
it.
also like
But,
it's always crazy to try to judge like integration with or without integration. Matching different eras. Like the game of baseball, although it at its heart is the same game it's always been, it's so different. I mean,
yeah,
it's so different. These guys back in the early 1900s, there was no strength and conditioning programs. There were no throwing programs. There was no they didn't have gyms. They didn't have people watching what they ate. They worked part time. They worked jobs in the off season because baseball isn't even a full time gig for most of them. It's so different than it is now, where these guys are absolutely pampered.
yeah. And Matthew, it's like I like small hall, but the hardest guys are like the King Felixes. And for me,
Yep.
we talked about it a few like weeks ago, maybe, is like the guys that played that like 12 to 15 years in the
Yep.
MLB and were like pretty good to very good kind of get lost. It's like, okay, well, yes, you're Hall eligible, but like you didn't play 20 years to get to the numbers. You were pretty damn good in those 12 years, but like, eh,
Yeah.
they just get lost, and they probably shouldn't because 12 years is a long time to dominate the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's always wild to try to make these comparisons, but it's just what we do. It's baseball fans. We can't help ourselves.
yeah. Carl says, I knew I liked you, Nick. Mays is the GOAT for me, and it's partially because he was post-integration. Yeah, that's where I mean. He played against the best of the best at that time, no matter color, race, religion, ethnicity, all that stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, some guys were told not to lift weights back then from the 70s and back. It's crazy.
Yeah, they had no idea.
Right. Who's more deserving, King Felix or Jamie Moyer? I can't even believe you have to ask that question on this show. It's Moyer.
I mean,
but
Moyer
no.
statistically it's crazy what he did.
Right. But it's King Felix. His peaks were just utterly dominant. It's Felix for me. As much as I love Jamie Moyer, it's Felix Hernandez.
Yes, this is a hard one for me because Moyer, I mean, there's a guy with 269 career wins.
Yeah, but how many losses?
With a fastball that barely broke glass. 209.
Yeah. Well,
with a 4.25 ERA.
Yeah.
But again, a guy that threw 4,000 innings because he was out there so long. I mean, he threw 1,300 more innings than Felix and made so many more starts.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, Moyer and Felix have like exactly the same WAR, although the careers were 7 years different in terms. 10 years different in length.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think of Jamie Moyer was like he was the Harold Baines of pitchers. Like he was out there forever.
Mm-hmm.
Felix Hernandez was way more dominant than Jamie Moyer could have ever imagined.
Well, Moyer did get one of the milestones. He is a member of the 500 Homer Club. Love it, but yeah.
Yeah, he gave up a few long balls in his day.
So
yeah, 522.
Moyer struck out family trees. Yeah, I mean, legit. So
did.
Yeah, it's always a tough discussion for me. Do I think both are deserving? Yes, but I think higher peaks should just get more consideration, period. I'm not saying they need to get more consideration than longevity. I think they should be considered the same. Like, being good for 20 years to me is the same as being dominant for 5 or 6. That's how I look at it. And you're spitting out WAR numbers, and that equals out. Like those guys in that 5-6 year window have really high WAR numbers that these guys compiled the same amount of WAR over 20 years or less in some cases. So for me, higher peaks should get more consideration than they're getting, not necessarily more than longevity, but more consideration, just period across the board.
Yeah, you should not. We should spend less time because they didn't play for 20 years, and really evaluate what they did in the time they were there. Because to me, it's not necessarily about how long you were there. It's like, what did you do while you were there? There's lots of guys in baseball that have had 15, 18, 20-year careers that nobody remembers. They were just kind of guys that hung on. There's not a lot of guys who had 10-year careers where they were one of the best in the game that people don't remember. Like, fans remember those guys.
Yep, 1,000%. Trying to look to see who's given up the most 500 homers here. Nope, not that article. But let's see. I'll have to.
Yeah, so it's Moyer and Roberts.
Quiz on a.
Yeah, Moyer and Roberts are the only guys with 500. So it's Moyer at 522, Robin Roberts at 505. And then behind them, it's Fergie Jenkins at 484, Phil Niekro at 482, Don Sutton at 472.
Okay.
You want to know who's in 7th place? Bartolo Colon at 439.
Yeah, he also played for 50 years as well.
Yeah. What's sad is that number 10 is Tim Wakefield at 418.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
It does.
That checks out.
Yeah. Steve Carlton's 11th at 414. Randy Johnson is 12th at 411. I mean, there's some really good pitchers on this list. They gave up a lot of bombs.
Yeah. All right. We only got 2 more questions here. All right. Here we go.
All right. We're going to go a little lighter after these couple of heavier questions. So, question for you in chat, Nick. Should an adult wear a glove to a game?
I'm going to say yes, but if it is, it's like the huge mega mitt. It's gotta be like it's gotta be the big mega mitt.
The
That's the only
absurd
excuse you have.
joke. Yep.
Yeah. Um, I don't have a problem with it. I honestly don't understand the backlash that people get. If you want to wear a glove to the game and save your face, then wear a glove to the game and save your face if a ball comes. I I don't have an issue with it. I mean, I don't personally because it's hard to fill out a scorebook when you're wearing a glove.
Fair.
But
And I
but
can't do fist hot dogs if I've got a glove on.
but it can hold multiple hot dogs as well. So
That is
I
fair.
mean, I don't care either way. I just game no home run derby. Yes, I'm with you
Oh,
there,
all
Carl.
right. Fair enough.
Home run derby, and I'm in the left field seats, dude. I've seen some of these guys hit lasers. I'm probably bringing a glove, a catcher's mask, and full catcher's gear because I ain't being those kids running around in the outfield getting smoked. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm with you there. Um,
I
if
think
he's
I think
oh, and if he's with kids, sure. I think that's fair, 1,000%. If I'm with my kids, I'll probably bring a glove just to make sure that I can reach to protect them too. That's a good
yep.
call.
Come on, Nick, just be a man and break your hand. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Mhm.
So I asked this because I there was somebody posted something in a Facebook group, and people were like losing their minds over the glove thing, and I was like, this is actually kind of funny because the other part of it too is use them as a snack tray.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
why, yeah. This
I'm
is this
telling
is
you.
this is heavy hitting stuff right here, guys.
Dude, when I went to Progressive Park, it was dollar hot dogs, and you could buy 6 at a time. So my wife and I are literally walking back to our seats like this and are like this because I couldn't carry 12 hot dogs because she had the drinks. So I got like 12 hot dogs sitting like this in my section. And don't judge me. Yes, I ate 6 ballpark hot dogs in one sitting. But
Fine.
like if I have my glove, they're all just sticking in there for sure. 1,000%.
Go ahead. So, anyways, back to my story before the
My
mitt
bad.
became the most genius idea ever for holding food. Um, so people were going crazy in the comments, and I was at a game last year or last season where there was a guy probably in his 40s with his kids sitting behind home plate with a glove, and I'm like, okay, like you're never getting a ball there, so why do you have the glove? So I feel like that's probably somebody who had no idea that you're under the netting when you're behind home plate. So that was probably like a rookie mistake. But it got me thinking. Like I think there are certainly places in the field where a glove is completely unnecessary, like behind home plate. There's also a place on the field like go to Fenway and sit up in Hell's Kitchen on left field line. I'm not catching one of those balls barehanded. I'm bringing a glove because you'll die.
Yeah.
Like those,
Yeah.
you'll die up there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you're in the outfield bleachers or like a good ways down the foul lines, like those balls are going to come in screaming.
Yeah.
You're not catching those barehanded without breaking something. If you're behind home plate, like up behind the netting or just off the side of it, you could easily catch one of those barehanded in your hat. But you're not catching a ball coming screaming into the bleachers with a friggin' hat.
Well,
No shot.
now with the netting going pretty much all the way down the foul pole, like those people don't really need the gloves anymore. But you're right. Sometimes those second deck ones where like the
Yeah,
ball's like just reaching their peak, dude. Some of those are screamers going
rockets.
into that second deck.
And even the ones that come over the net, like the humpback that kind of comes over the net and comes
Yeah.
down into the seats, like
Uh-huh.
or the ball that was hit 500 feet in the air and drops into the
Yeah.
seats. Those are
Mm-hmm.
coming in hot. Like, good luck catching
Yeah.
one of those puppies without a glove.
Yeah, I went to a Rough Riders game with my cousin when I went down to the Rangers games. We went to the Frisco Rough Riders right after that, and we were sitting down the right field line, and this dude hit one had to have been 120 feet in the air. I mean, just lost it above the lights, and then it comes down, and it's only like the seat's empty next to me, and I'm camped under it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm like, it's not worth it. I've caught
No,
many baseballs in my life. I'm pretty sure I could have made a play on it. I go, I'm in Texas. I'm 1,800 miles away from my house. I ain't going to the hospital in Dallas.
yeah.
There's no way. So I just stepped back, let it hit the pavement, dude, and just kind of went like this because I was expecting a kick, and it did. It kicked about 10 rows back, but I was like, I'm good with busting my hand here, 1,800 miles away from home. But
Yeah,
um,
I'll let it bounce first, and I'll see where it ends up. But
yeah, if I'm in the left field bleachers for batting practice, yeah, I'm bringing one to protect me and my family.
yeah,
No guarantees I catch it still. I'm a little out of practice, but I'm bringing one just in
well,
case.
if that thing's got an exit velo of like 115, all bets are off.
Yeah, yep.
There it is.
Yeah, I would rather goof on my fellow wrestling fans bringing on the wearing Werpico champion belts. Yeah,
That's
so
really cool as a kid. It's not cool as an adult.
yeah, so but yeah, I'm with you. I don't care. I don't get the backlash, but oh yeah, and the pre-netting days,
Oh
man,
yeah.
the pre-netting days, dude. Yeah, Ed says pre-netting days. I saw a guy try to spear a foul liner. The medics came, looked like he had a pound of cheap hamburger in his hand. Yeah, no thanks.
Well, that was like
No
even in the
thanks.
pre-netting days, like you'd hit a ground ball foul and like it would take a bad hop
Oh
into the seats and somebody'd like eat it in the face. Like it was different in the
yeah.
pre-netting days. You had to have your head on a swivel and be ready at all times.
Well, I saw so my very first game at Hadlock Field, Double A for the seat. For it was the Marlins at the time. Before they had the netting that went from the backstop up to the score box,
Yep.
the skybox.
Oh yeah.
There wasn't netting there. So the
Oh
ball
really?
goes up. Yeah, the ball goes up, and the people in the first row like look up and they saw that it went over their head. But what does a ball do when you hit it straight up? It parabolas, right?
Yeah, it's got the spin and it comes back.
Yeah. So they saw that it went over their head and they sit down and the ball comes back and drills a dude in the first row right on the top of the head.
Oh,
Ball bounced so high it went back into the field to play over the backstop.
oh geez.
Yeah, drilled. But
Oh
yeah, the
God.
Jim Rice carrying that girl that got drilled. I forgot. That's a
Oh
pretty
yeah.
famous picture, but I'm surprised the netting didn't go up earlier than it did, to be completely honest. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean there was definitely some
unreal.
crazy situations. And also like situations with like with like the people reaching onto the field. Like I think back to like the
Hmm.
Mookie Betts situation though in the World Series, it was the craziest thing.
Yeah, and it was oh, I'm blanking on his name. It was a guy for the Cubs that hit the screamer at Houston. That was the final straw for the netting.
Oh yes.
Oh, who was it? Oh, chat, help me out. He was devastated.
I remember watching it and he was they almost took him out of the game because he like could
He,
not get over it.
yeah.
Oh, I can't remember
Uh,
who it was.
and it was that not an everyday player either, I don't
No,
think.
it wasn't.
God, that's who it was.
Oh
Thank you,
yes,
Albert
Albert
Almore.
Almora. Yep.
Thank you, Carl. Not Cubs fan, obviously. Yeah,
I remember him
came
like
through.
he was almost in tears and
Oh,
could not get
dude,
over it.
and that's bad. Like, even if you're an Astros fan, like you feel bad for Almora, right?
Oh, it's terrible.
Completely out of his control. Just man, brutal. But that
I
was
mean,
the final straw. Then they were like, all right, well, it's 2020. Let's just put teddy bears out there for this year. But in 2021, we're going to put netting all the way down.
although there was nothing funnier than watching the teddy bears get smoked.
Just the
Like
cardboard
the
cutouts the heads
cardboard
just won't
cutouts.
clean up.
Oh my god! Like just watch heads get broken off. Like it was.
Yeah,
I mean, hell, be happy to watch a game where it's just cardboard cutouts in the seats to see the
yeah.
chaos and carnage.
Josh Hamilton had one too. Man, just yeah. A lady wrote a book about how a foul ball killed her mom at Dodger Stadium pre-screen days. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember
that,
players in both teams trying to comfort Almore, and he
it
could
just
not
couldn't. No,
couldn't do it.
I don't know if I could. I do not know if I could handle that.
Yeah, I just
I really don't know.
rough, rough.
And especially now, you have to put screens up because what is everybody doing now?
Oh, I was
They're not paying attention to the game. They're on their cell phones.
I was at a Sea Dogs game last summer, and a foul ball was hit straight up in the air, just outside of the netting, and a guy was sitting in his seat with with his legs crossed on his phone. It landed right in the seat next to him. The guy like literally jumped out of his seat. He had no idea what was happening, and it
Yeah.
literally came right into the seat next to him. And I was like, dude, if that was like another foot and a half over, you're taking a nice little nap right there.
Yeah. Oh, not even the balls, Ed. This is a good point too. The bats
Oh
slipping
yeah,
out of batters' hands. Yeah,
yeah. The thrown
it's a
bat,
good
that was
one.
bad too. We've seen some
Yeah,
ugly ones there.
yeah, man. The
Yeah,
home run hitting empty metal bleachers in 2020 was one of the most eeriest sounds
it
ever.
was creepy. The
Yeah,
clang off the concourses and stuff. Yeah, that was weird.
yeah, 2020 was odd, except for the guy that climbed the green monster up the back to break into the game.
He had a
Up by
private
the
showing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Bizarre.
But man, all right. Well, love where that question took us. Good
I
one.
know. It just I wanted to lighten it up a little bit and throw a couple fun ones out there. So,
Yeah, that's cool.
all right. So we got to bring this up, Nick. We got to do it. And watching Caminero tonight, it was like a dance and a celebration and a bat flip and a bat throw. So the question becomes, Nick, when is it okay to bat flip?
When you're down by 15 in the bottom of the ninth.
So the Randy Arozarena, yeah,
Yes, it's the only appropriate time for me. Um,
fair.
I think I used to be. I think I used to be more like, "Hey, dude, like, let's do it when it's appropriate, like game appropriate, like big home run, go ahead homer late in the game." Um, at this point, it doesn't bother me anymore. I think it's just part of the flair. It brings fans to the game, right? Like people want to see flashy. They want to see that. Um,
Yep.
my mom says never. All right, mom.
Wow.
Um, but for me,
He's
I
hardcore
think
traditionalist.
never against the Rangers. Ask Odor.
Yeah, he would enforce that rule pretty well.
um, yeah, for me, I mean, I used to be like anti bat flip. Don't show up the other team. But in a big moment like the Batista home run, like you have right here,
Yep.
no issue with that. It's in the playoffs. It was a massive home run. Like, yes, be excited. Um, Down by 15. It's kind of like stealing the base when you're up by 15. Like,
Yeah.
don't do it, Niger Morgan. Don't do it. So I think, yeah, it's got to be for the tie lead down by less than 3, seventh inning or later, or a big milestone. That's a good point. If it's a big milestone home run,
Yeah.
go ahead and pimp it out for sure. Walk-offs, playoff clinches. Yeah, I think when it's appropriate. We do.
We do. I think that a lot of players do not.
Don't. Yeah.
I think they've lost sight of what's appropriate. They want to pimp every home run if they're down by 10 in the ninth.
Yep. Wilyer Abreu's bat flip last night absolutely called, and it called for, right? Huge moment in that game,
but
and
I'm
put it
pretty
out
sure
of reach.
if you watch the replay of that, when that bat came down, he hit a teammate with it. Like it bounced off of one of the guys.
Well, listen, the teammates aren't supposed to be on the field, Harrison. You can get a technical foul.
Yeah, now you're going to be shooting 3 shots in center field for that.
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, I think it's just Ed says celebrating in general has grown in leaps and bounds, and I think that's this is completely different, but that's where the Savannah Bananas are thriving. They are thriving in that type of environment because people go for the show. They go for the antics. And when you bring that to Major League Baseball, yeah, it makes all the baseball purists mad. But like, I don't have as much of an issue with it as I did before. Yeah, Gino Suarez tried to catch the bat coming out of the air, so it didn't take one of them out. But yeah, I don't have Jerry. Oh, breaks Austin Wells.
Yeah, Austin Wells can't run, thankfully.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with it anymore. Obviously, when it means something, the bat flips are cooler to me. Otherwise than that, I'm like, you look like a tool.
Well, yeah,
but I don't mind when they do.
Like I look at the one tonight, though. Junior Caminero hits the home run in the second inning. It's a 1-0 lead. Like I get the excitement, but like, do you really need to like jump, dance, and then like huck the bat back at the dugout? I mean, in the second inning, I don't know. Maybe you do.
Dude, he hit it off Paul Skeens. I'm probably doing that as well, but I understand your point as well.
But it's like, I mean, in the second inning, it's like that seems a little excessive. I get the excitement; it's a big game, but like, and so in that case, like being a big game, I kind of give him the nod. But but like I look at these guys, it's like April 9th, and they hit a 2-run home run in the 4th inning of a game that they're losing by 5, and you're like, come on, dude, really?
Yeah.
Like, come on, like read the room, read the play. Like, it's not the time to bat flip. And I admit, like I was one of the old guys yelling at clouds for a long time, thinking the bat flips were dumb. But like I appreciate the excitement of it. I appreciate the thrill of that big hit, the big moment. I just wish guys would be a little more humble when it's necessary and not celebrate everything like it's the walk-off home run in game 7 of the World Series.
Yeah. I also think if you absolutely get into one, I'm talking 450 plus, like you can stand there and admire that
Sure.
because that's a missile.
I
But
will say I will say in the whole bat flip thing, oh, that's a bad strikeout, Tatis. I will say I do think there's part of the culture of baseball that is accepting the bat flip because you go back into the 90s even, you bat flipped on Pedro Martinez,
oh
you were
yeah.
wearing that next ball in the ear flap. I mean,
Hmm.
remember when Gary Sheffield called time and he almost took his head off?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, these pitchers I think have just kind of accepted that this is what it is because they're not fighting back. Like if I was Spencer Strider or I was Paul Skeens and I saw Caminero hit that home run off me, next at bat he'd be wearing one. But like
Yeah.
Skeens didn't do that. He just kind of accepted it for what it was. So I feel like culturally baseball's moved to a point where this is normal and it's okay.
Yeah. Matthew said if the other dugout doesn't feel disrespected, then I don't care. I think that's a good measuring
Yeah,
stick.
there you go.
They can throw at each other to find out where the boundary is. Yeah, I don't have an issue with that at all. Um,
Yeah, just
so
gone to the days of the pitchers that, like the Nolan Ryans, the Randy Johnsons, the Pedro Martinez, Kirk Gibson, he would have murdered you. But like those
not
guys,
not Kirk, not Kirk.
oh God, Bob
Bob.
Gibson.
Bob Gibson.
I do it all the time.
I know.
I do it all the time. I always flip flop their names. I don't know why. I clearly know Bob Gibson is the pitcher from the
Well,
Cardinals. But
for me, it's Josh Lowe, Josh Lau,
yeah.
Nate Lau, Lowe.
Anyways,
That's me. But
anyways, um, but gone are the days of those guys policing it. They're those guys. Good luck bat flipping on those guys. You were absolutely wearing one in the ear flap,
yeah,
no doubt, and you knew it was coming. Like
yep,
you did that at your own risk.
yeah, yeah. And Mike, the pitchers pump their strikeouts.
Pimp
How
those
can they
strikeouts.
be? Well, I mean, they pump their fist, whatever, pimp, pump,
Yep.
whatever. Their strikeouts. How can they be pissed about fat flips? And you're right. So yeah, those guys you just named also threw at their sons and
They
father
did.
son games. Yeah,
They did. And they policed the game, and pitchers don't do that anymore. Dude, anytime we talk about the Gibsons, I always get them wrong. It's always Bob is always Kirk, and Kirk is always Bob. I don't know why.
yeah,
I have always flip flopped those
flipped
for
them. Yeah.
every single time.
Oh yes, Bednar, let's go.
Oh wow.
Although he struck out my favorite player, but
He
that's
did. He
fine.
struck out your boy, but that's okay. We'll take it.
Yep, yep, absolutely.
Um, yeah,
But yeah,
bat flip on
that's
Mitch Williams. he, he might chase after you.
yeah, right. So
But yeah,
love it.
these guys, and the same argument can be made for the pitchers. Like, when is it okay to, get pumped about a strikeout? Well, that's a good example of a time to get pumped for about a strikeout. But striking out the second batter in the first inning of a game in April is not the right time.
I think the best one I've seen was when Jazz took that pitcher deep and did the Euro step into home, and then the pitcher struck him out later in the game and did the Euro step off the mound. Like was so sick. And like Jazz even like gave him like
Yeah.
a head. Like I was like, all right, respect. Like Jazz was like, I deserve that. So
Well, it's
like,
like, and how many guys would give Trevor Bauer back the sword? Like
yeah,
many
right,
times they do the sword. I mean, he was getting that in Mexico. Guys were giving him the sword in Mexico.
right,
Was
yeah,
that the only way to get even is to either drill the guy or strike him out. You pick.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. It's a different game now, right?
imagine bat flipping on
Papelbon,
Papelbon.
yeah, Papelbon, yeah, Randy Johnson, Pedro, Nolan, those guys. I mean, when we were talking to Shumpert, he's like, you he got the advice the first time he went up to face Nolan Ryan, and they were like, "Don't make eye contact with him. Just get in the box. Don't leave the box." Like they're telling you, like, dude, if you do any of these, you're getting it in the ear flap.
And it was just known and accepted. Like Nolan's going to police this, and you're going to play by his rules.
Yeah, yeah. So,
so back to we mentioned the bananas earlier. Did you see the video of the kid the other night that caught the foul ball for the out?
No.
So in the Clowns game, so David Griffin's in the middle of this whole video, but in the Clowns game, a guy hit a it was one of the first Clowns games. A guy hit a pop fly foul, and of course, if a fan catches it, it's an out. The kid that caught it was probably like a 10 or 11-year-old kid. So the Clowns players ran into the bleachers because it was like behind the netting a few rows back. They went in the bleachers, grabbed him, went out in the field like they were jumping in a pile with the kid in the middle. Kids holding his glove in the air. He's got the ball. They're jumping in the middle of the field like this and celebrating. The kid was like losing his mind, excited.
That's
And
so cool.
I saw this video. I'm like, this is why people like banana ball, because like it literally, like the fan is literally in the center of what they do, and all the players are just jumping around him, celebrating like he just won the World Series because he caught a foul ball and got him an out.
Yeah, and in the same aspect, like that's what we're trying to kind of do here at obviously a lesser scale, but like we want you guys to be part of the show, which you are. So it's like that's what the Bananas are doing as well, like so much better than any other league out there. So love it.
It was such a cool moment. Like that's a fan for life. That family will never not love banana ball.
Right. Yep. Yeah, Greg, I miss that era too. It's just a different breed.
The collisions were epic.
Baseball. Yeah. Yeah. Then the Buster Posey / Tom Brady rule came in. Yeah.
Yeah. Until Buster Posey got rolled over and completely just destroyed his leg.
Yeah. Dang.
That was ugly.
Yep. Not pretty.
No, that was really ugly.
Yeah.
But anyways, all right. Those were fun. I figured, a couple serious ones. We'll mix in a couple of lighter ones and just have a good time.
Those are awesome.
So, all right. So we've got some missing lineup trivia back for you, Nick.
Oh, great.
No all-star teams. I'm just picking random lineups. So we always start in the East. I start with the West. So we got the NL West and the AL West here. So we'll I got one for each one of them. We'll run through the West and then we'll just get back on our cycle.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Who's missing from the 1998 Oakland Athletics opening day lineup? On the infield, you had AJ Hinch behind the plate, Dave Magadan at third, Rafael Bornegal at short, Scott Spezio at second, Jason Giambi at first, Tom Candiotti on the mound. Or on the outfield, you had Ricky Henderson in left, Jason McDonald in center, this guy in right, and Matt Stairs was the DH. Who was the right fielder?
I think I have this.
If you notice the year,
yep,
this guy had a kind of important milestone in this year.
Yep, for show. I got it. Yep.
It's funny. He randomly came up on the show a week or two ago. I was like, oh,
yeah.
Look at that.
Yes, Matthew, it is Ben Grieve, Rookie of the Year. Ben Grieve.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Yeah,
nice
one. Perfect.
So I've mixed in, I think, some easier ones, but there's also some pretty deep pulls here. So we'll see how we do.
Great. Can't wait.
I know you love these, Nick. These are your favorite.
Oh, yeah. They're so hard.
All right. Who's missing from the 1992 California Angels opening day lineup? Or on the outfield, you had Luis Polonia in left, Junior Felix in center, and Vaughn Hayes in right. Or on the infield, you had Lance Parrish behind the plate, Gary Gaetti at third, this guy at short, Bobby Rose at second, Lee Stevens at first, Mark Langston on the mound, and Hubie Brooks was the DH. So who was the shortstop?
The only reason I know this is because he was at Mo Vaughn hitting camp.
Really? That's amazing.
Yep.
Oh, it makes sense. He's got deep Massachusetts ties.
Mm-hmm. It's the only reason I know this one. Because it was around, I want to say 92, 93 that I went. Yes, Carl and Michael, it is definitely Gary DiSarcina for sure. Nice. Nice work. Damian Easley, not a bad guess. He might have been still with the Tigers at that point.
I love DiSarcina. He was such a good dude, good coach, good all around baseball guy. Yeah, and he's got deep Massachusetts ties.
And it's just a baseball name, DiSarcina.
It really is.
Yeah, just a baseball name.
It really is. All right. Who's missing from the 2011 Seattle Mariners opening day lineup? Around the outfield, you have Milton Bradley in left, Ryan Langerhans in center, and Ichiro Suzuki in right. Around the infield, you had Miguel Olivo behind the plate, this guy at third, Brendan Ryan at short, Jack Wilson at second, Justin Smoke at first, Felix Hernandez on the mound, and Jack Cust was the DH. Who was the third baseman?
2011.
Another guy that randomly came up on the show a couple of shows ago.
It's not Seager. Doesn't fit. I can't get the name Steve out of my head. Steve, Kevin.
Steve, Kevin.
Well, I'm just thinking a 5-letter. I
This
can't think of a
is not a
third
typical
baseman.
5-letter first name.
Oh, great. Yeah.
I know. I'm really helping you out here. This guy is better remembered as an Angel.
Better known as an Angel. Did he win a World Series MVP? It's not Blowers.
No.
Blowers is a good guess. Not David Bell. Or any Bell. It's 5 X's, and then you got 7 in the last name. For the Angels around this time? Oh, it's not Chone, is it?
It is.
Chone Figgins. And
It is. It's our boy.
I'll take it, Ed. Digging. Yeah, because that's probably autocorrect to Sean Figgins.
It totally is. Yep.
Yeah. For
It
sure.
totally is.
Yeah. Yeah. And here they all come. You guys got it about the same. Oh, probably quicker than I did because you guys are on a delay. But yeah, Sean Figgins. Good.
Yep.
Dang, I forgot he went to the Mariners.
Yeah, it didn't end well. He ended up getting released, I'm pretty sure, because of injuries and poor performance, and it just wasn't great. But
yeah,
when he went to Seattle, I know it was a big deal.
Yeah. Dang.
All right. Who's missing from the 1991 Houston Astros opening day lineup? Around the outfield, you had Luis Gonzalez in left, Steve Finley in center, Carl Rhodes in right. Around the infield, you had this guy behind home plate, Ken Caminiti at third, Eric Yelding at short, Mark McLemore at second, Jeff Bagwell at first, and Mike Scott on the mound. Who was the catcher?
I tried to get sneaky here.
I did.
You
caught
tried
me.
to get sneaky.
I did, and you caught me. I was wondering how many people would catch what I did there.
Yeah, you sneaky bastard. Yeah, it's Craig Biggio for sure before the move to second base. Nice job. Yeah, Biggio.
Yeah, everybody caught me. After a minute of thinking, everybody's like, oh, okay, I see what he did there.
Yeah, Craig Biggie.
Yeah, Biggio. Craig Biggio.
Nice.
It's not Greg, right? It's Craig?
I don't know. Don't ask me to spell things.
Just like it's Craig Nettles. Anyways,
right.
Who is missing from the 2018 Texas Rangers opening day lineup? Around the infield, you had Robinson Chirinos behind the plate, Adrian Beltre at third, Elvis Andrus at second. Mentioned earlier, Rougned Odor at second, Joey Gallo at first, Cole Hamels on the mound. Around the outfield, you had Ryan Rua in left, Delano DeShields in center, this guy in right, and Shin-Soo Choo was the DH. Who was the right fielder?
2018. It's not Josh Hamilton.
Not Hamilton.
It's not David DeLucci.
This one I think is a little bit of a deeper pull, but everybody's going to go, oh, right, when you see the name. We've mentioned this guy on the show many times.
David Murphy?
Not Murphy. Good guess. Though.
That's a good guess, Mike Reed.
This guy was known for some epic home runs. Sean used to
Oh
love this guy.
crap! Yeah, man, he's hit like the furthest home run. Yeah, not
Epic
Jesse
home
Wink.
runs.
I got it. Well, epic
Yeah.
home run that still
Oh, sorry.
hasn't
Yeah.
landed.
I mean, he hit a few Titanic bombs, but one especially that
How far did they say that? They said that traveled like 530
a
something. I want to
bazillion
say
feet. I don't know.
505 foot. They said.
Yeah, monster. That thing was
Yeah,
an absolute bomb.
yeah. Not Rosales. Yeah, this I don't know on what other hints I can give
I
you
say it's hard.
here.
It's not a lot of hints you can give for him.
He played for the. Let's see here. He doesn't even have a baseball reference here. Here we go.
It was Texas, and then it was the White Sox,
Texas
the
White
Tigers,
Sox,
and the
there's the
Padres for a
Padres.
cup of coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, John, do you have it? You said 507. Do you know the answer? You can say it if you know the answer. It is Nomar Mazara. Nice job, Curtis.
Yep.
You got it. Yeah. Nomar Mazara.
No
Yeah,
arms
that
are-
ball.
That thing had a vapor trail on it, and they were serving a meal.
Yeah. Insane.
Oh, they showed it on a Bat Bros video I was watching.
Yeah,
Nice.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, it was crushed.
Yeah, that home run was legendary.
Yeah.
All right. Who's missing from the 2006 Los Angeles Dodgers opening day lineup? Around the outfield, you had Jose Cruz in left, Jason Repko in center, and JD Drew in right. Around the infield, you had Sandy Alomar behind the plate, this guy at third base, Rafael Furcal at short, Jeff Kent at second, Almedo Signs at first, and Derek Lowe on the mound. Who was the third baseman?
Almedo Signs. Wow.
Right? That was a good name for the past.
name. Jason Repko, too. Who are these guys on this Dodgers team?
I mean, look at that lineup though. Cruz and
Dang.
Drew and Furcal and Kent and I mean that team should have been pretty good.
All right, let's focus in here. Let's go. 2006 Dodgers. DeWitt. It's a good guess. I don't think it's DeWitt. Matt Chapman fits, but it's not him.
It's not. This is a guy that I think many of us, I know myself included, kind of forgot that he went here.
Wilson Betterment. There's another name drop.
Now, was it Betterment or was it Beta-Me? Because I've heard it pronounced a bunch of different ways.
Yes. It's probably the way you said it.
Yeah. Jose Cruz. That dude had so much talent, and then he would just drive you crazy. Garrett Whitlock is
God, this is a tough one. Yep, we'll take that. Let's go. Man. You got any other clues? Juan Uribe? That's a good guess.
The clues I've got are going to be a dead giveaway to you. So,
is it Bill Miller?
Yep.
It's Bill Miller, really?
Yes.
It's the first name that came in.
It is Billy Miller.
It just clicked.
My hints were going to be he did something twice in a game. And the other one was going to be he was coming off of a recent World Series win.
I literally looked at the game and then looked back and saw the X's and I go, Bill Miller fits. I was like, what the heck?
Yep, it's Billy Miller.
Wow. Do not remember him going to the Dodgers.
Nope. He was there for a couple of seasons and actually was pretty good there. But I think as Red Sox fans, when he left, we just kind of blacked it out.
Well, and again, we didn't really have we couldn't really watch them. We didn't have access to them on the West Coast. So
also true.
Just within the last few years have we been able to check in on West Coast baseball. So
yeah, that is a fair point.
Yeah.
All right. Who's missing from the 1986 San Francisco Giants opening day lineup? Around the outfield, you had Jeffrey Leonard in left, Dan Gladden in center, and Chili Davis in right. Around the infield, you had this guy behind the plate, Chris Brown at third, Jose Uribe at short, Robbie Thompson at second, Will Clark at first, and Mike Krukow on the mound. Who was the catcher?
Kurt Manwaring. It's not him.
No, not.
Yeah,
You're a little
wait,
early
it's
for
way
Manwaring.
a little. I'm way early.
I was trying to be generous, but
Cal Raleigh.
no, also not. I mean, was Cal Raleigh wasn't even born in '86, so no.
No. Oh, Bob Brenly. That's absolutely correct.
Nailed it.
It's gotta be. Yeah,
Yep,
Bob
that's
Brenly for
Brenly.
sure. Nice. Nice
Yep,
job,
that
Carl.
is Brenly. My only real hint was going to be you remember him better as a World Series manager, but
Yep.
Yep, Bob Brenly. Absolutely.
Yep. Quickest manager to get to a World Series, 92 games.
Yes,
all
he
he
didn't even need
won.
a whole season to do it. I'm not sure why it
Wow.
takes you guys 162 games.
Yeah.
Oh man, Whitlock is dealing.
Yeah, Whitlock just set them down.
I'm telling you, I've been saying all along. Once the DR faces real pitching, I'll be curious.
I can't wait to see you go back into the Instagram post and just roast all the people that were roasting
I'm
you.
going back. You know, I've kept receipts.
Oh, I'm sure.
All right, here we go. Who's missing from the 1992 San Diego Padres opening day lineup? Around the outfield, you had Gerald Clark in left, Darren Jackson in center, and Tony Gwynn in right. Around the infield, you had Benito Santiago behind the plate, this guy at third, Tony Fernandez at short, Kurt Stowell at second, Fred McGriff at first, and Bruce Hurst on the mound. Who was the third baseman?
Is it another Tony Fernandez?
No, wouldn't that be cool though?
It fits.
Wouldn't that be sweet?
Not 92 Padres, man. Woof.
Yeah, these are some lean years.
Sheffield. Yeah, probably. I always forget he was an infielder. That's a great one, Carl. Nice job.
I've used him a couple times. He was a shortstop in Milwaukee, third baseman in San Diego. Because I don't think of him as an infielder ever either.
No. Yeah, he is completely out of my mind as an infielder. So, yeah, nice job, Carl.
Yeah, that would be Gary. Look at that. That was little Gary back then.
Yeah, and little Gary probably still wasn't little in this picture, but he was smaller than he, you know. Anyways.
Yeah, he was his smaller self, but
yeah.
But anyways, all right. Who's missing from the 2004 Arizona Diamondbacks opening day lineup? Around the outfield, you had Luis Gonzalez in left, Steve Finley in center, Danny Bautista in right. Around the infield, you had Brent Maine behind the plate, Shea Hillenbrand at third, Alex Cintrone at short, this guy at second, Richie Sexton at first, and Randy Johnson on the mound. Who was the second baseman?
I'm 99.346% sure I know this one.
I did a double take when I was putting this together for the Diamondbacks. I'm like, when on earth did he play in Arizona?
Okay, so then it's who I think, because usually a Dodger, correct? That's where I'd think him as.
Oh no.
Then it's not who I thought it was. I'm thinking it's Orlando Hudson.
Oh no, this is not Orlando Hudson. Was a Diamondback. This is not Orlando Hudson though.
Dang it, and it fits.
I know.
I just want to say Yuniesky Betancourt just for the hell of it. Nope.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. No, not Womack.
Oh no. I was so sure it was him too.
Yeah, I honestly do not remember this player ever playing in Arizona.
2004, second baseman. Yeah, Yeah, I was with you, Michael. Orlando Hudson for sure.
Yeah. Nope, not Hudson.
Brandon Phillips, Roberto Alomar, Curtis says.
Yep.
It is Roberto Alomar. Yes.
It is Robbie Alomar.
Right. That's right. I completely forgot.
Yep, it is Robbie Alomar. I do not. I mean, he wasn't there long. It was the last season of his career, but I do not remember him ever suiting up there.
I only remember him as a Diamondback because when we did, I can't remember. It was a while. It was like 2 or 3 years ago. I did a "Who is this guy?" blurred out, and I remember Diamondbacks being on the list, but because at the end of his career, it was like 7 straight teams and 7 different years or something like that, just hanging on. I don't think it was 7. I don't know the exact.
No, it was a lot. I mean, he bounced around quite a bit, just sticking around. Thanks to 2004 MVP baseball. Those games were so great.
Oh yeah, that's the best baseball game to this day still made.
I think it was it 05 though? Was 05 like the peak? I feel like it might have been 05 that was the peak.
Maybe I don't know.
I have to go back
That's
and look.
just
But those games were epic.
they were so far ahead of their time.
Yeah, not even close.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Who's missing from the 2014 Colorado Rockies opening day lineup? Around the outfield, you got head Carlos Gonzalez in left, Charlie Blackmon in center, Michael Kadire in right. Around the infield, you had Willen Rosario behind the plate, Nolan Arenado at third, Troy Tulowitzki at short, DJ LeMahieu at second, this guy at first, and Jorge De La Rosa on the mound. Who was the first baseman?
I know this one for sure. I know this one because he won a batting title this year, I believe.
Yep, a guy that I think people largely forget went here, but he actually was quite productive while he was there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dude, Matthew, I still have an N64 hooked up in my office and play Griffey on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, MVP 05 was the best one ever. Okay.
Yeah, I had Manny on the cover. Okay.
Yeah, that one was epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Michael, you are correct. This is
Justin Morneau.
Justin Morneau.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Justin Morneau.
Yeah.
Who was quite good there.
Yeah.
But like, look at that lineup. Like, that was a pretty stacked lineup.
Oh yeah, and Kadire was coming off a batting title, I believe, too.
Yep.
But yeah, man, this we got a 2-1 ball game, top of the ninth. Buxton's at the plate here, still 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, this U.S. bullpen, knock on wood, has pitched really, really well against an incredibly tough lineup.
Yeah. They're gonna get Mason Miller. They have to get Mason Miller here. Oh, Buxton just missed that one. That was middle.
I'm impressed too that the DR's bullpen has held up because they've had some moments where they could have imploded and they didn't.
There's still time.
I mean, there is, but we're running out of time.
Yeah. Would you consider this an upset if USA wins?
No, because USA was always favored out of the gate. USA is supposed to win this game. I think I mentioned that earlier in the show too. Like, USA was supposed to win this game. I didn't have as much confidence after watching them play that they had the strength to do it, but they were always the favorite.
Yeah, for me, it's just been the slow offense, even against lesser pitching, if you will. Like, just haven't been able to get the bats going.
Yeah, the consistently slow starts, the leaving a bazillion guys on base.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot of things not to love about what team. Oh man, Buxton. Oh, there's a lot of things not to love with what they've done to this point, but it's still an incredibly good team.
Yeah,
but I did not have as much faith.
Oh, that was a dirty slider.
It was nasty.
Yeah.
Buxton got his pitch earlier in the at bat and missed it.
Yeah, he did.
That's the worst.
I mean, you can't do anything with that pitch. He dotted that pitch too.
That was gross. It's funny how Sir Anthony Dominguez was such a he was so consistent last year. He was lights out tonight. Camilo Duvall comes in, he's lights out right now. Another guy that had a tough time getting anything together last year. It's like these guys get into these WBC tournaments and they lock right in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Duvall's on the Yankees right now.
Yeah,
is that where he is? Oh, Gunner. Yeah, man, we just need 3 outs. That's it, just 3. But man,
who's due up for the DR?
I don't know. I lost track of it.
Hang on, I'm gonna go.
I think he got through Vladdy. They got through Vladdy last inning. Yes, he did.
Manny Machado Cade to end the inning. So you got Caminero, J. Rod, and Austin Wells.
Okay. You have a couple guys that can tie it up.
Yeah, especially Caminero. The dude's been unconscious this whole thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to the ninth, or going to the bottom of the ninth.
Dang. Well,
This has been an incredibly clean game.
I
And 3 solo home runs. That's it.
yeah, and 15 hits scattered. It's crazy.
I know. I mean, there's been guys on base a lot. That's what I was saying. Like the Dominican bullpen could have imploded, and they haven't. They've rallied and gotten guys
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, DR had some key moments against Skeens that could have put this game out of reach too.
Yep.
And didn't capitalize. So
Nope.
I don't know what I was expecting from this game. It was either going to be 16-14 or it was going to be this.
I mean, I expected to be lower scoring because of the pitching, but like I didn't have 2-1 on my radar. I thought this would be like a 5-4, 6-5, 6-4. I did not see it being 3 total runs.
Yeah.
To this point.
Yeah. So which
if you told me USA was going to score 2 runs, I tell you they would have lost by 3 tonight.
Yeah, same
For sure.
Well, I mean, they still could, but
yeah. Mason Miller's in.
Which comment section you going in first if USA pulls this out?
Oh, I'm going back to Instagram where I got roasted for even suggesting that the DR would not score 10 runs against everybody.
Yeah, this is crazy that people just jump on bandwagons so fast like that. Like, I mean, listen, guilty of it a little bit, but I mean, because even against lesser pitching, putting up the runs that they have has been pretty damn impressive.
It has been.
You still gotta do it.
Yeah, you still got to put the bat on the ball and drive people in. Like I am thoroughly impressed with the DR team, but for people to think that the DR was just going to go roll through everybody by 10 runs was kind of a joke.
Yeah, because it's baseball like this, right? You have 8 hits and you have 1 run. You have games where it's like, what was it? I think Walter Johnson gave up the most hits and still pitched a shutout, and it was something like 14 hits.
Yeah.
I mean, that's baseball. It's crazy. Crazy.
It is.
John Temple said, I had us going down 9-5 tonight. Boy, I'm glad I'm wrong so far. Same. It's still not over. Still got a lot of work to do here. 3 tough outs.
Yeah, this is not a comfortable situation. I mean, I love the fact you can go to Mason Miller here, but whew.
Yeah. Yeah, it's technically possible, but highly unlikely to still end in 9-5. That's true. Yeah, any given Sunday on baseball, Curtis, 1,000% correct.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the beauty of the game. Yeah, let's not throw that pitch again.
Yeah, no, not to him, please.
No, you may not get the baseball back if you do that again.
Well, he didn't on that first one, just went foul.
Oh, that's a good point. I mean, the wrong way. God, Mason Miller just.
God, that is gas.
It looks so easy to throw that hard. I don't even know how.
It must be the diabetes. You know he's type 1, right?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. He's in your broken pancreas club.
He is. Yep. Broken pankies for life. How do you even get a bat on that?
I don't know.
I don't
know.
I don't think you speed up his bat here. I think you
Curtis, 2 tough outs, then Wells. This is from a Yankees fan.
Oh, that's dirty. Get up, Will. Right. Throw him out. There we go.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Caminero would have been out anyways. He ran into the lane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 101-1 and 101-8 in the first 2 pitches. Just absolutely. That slider though, get out of here with that. That was
filth.
There was a 58-foot slider. Bryce Harper staring him down because he tried to run into the throw. Yeah, that slider's not even fair, man. You throw 102 and then you bust that off. It's not okay. It's not right.
It's absurd.
Yeah. It's illegal in 47 states.
Yeah. Good thing they're in Florida. Nothing's illegal in Florida.
Right. All right. Don't lay one in here. Uh-oh. Big Poppy Cruz on deck. Dude, he
Who's
is
on deck? Oh, O'Neal.
O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah,
He is
that's
a
a dude that
massive.
could lose one.
Dude, you cannot put J-Rod on for free here.
No, you cannot. Making it way harder if you do. Because O'Neal could easily lose a ball, and end this thing.
There's a strike. All right, come on. All the way back. Oh, God. I'm nervous talking now.
Padres gonna waste Miller this year, just like Oakland did prior. I mean, you're not wrong. Oakland could really use him now.
I mean, it's not Oakland's fault that they
Ugh.
wasted him. They brought him up. It's just
I know.
that's
It's the timing.
Yeah. God
Ugh.
dang it, dude. That's not what we needed.
No, that walk is not what you're searching for. Because this is a guy that can hit a ball 1,000 feet and send everybody home.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? O'Neal Cruz walks it off right here. I mean, holy cow.
Don't even put that out to the atmosphere. 3 for 4 in the WBC, and the dude's not even playing. 2 homers, 4 RBIs.
His OPS is 3.357. You think O'Neal Cruz is prime for a big season? Are we going to see the real O'Neal Cruz finally show up?
I think we might, with a little bit of protection in that lineup now. I mean, not crazy protection, but at least he's got some other hitters with him. I think we could see a better year. I don't know if it's going to be like breakout status, I guess. I don't know exactly what we're looking for there, but yeah, I think he could have better numbers this year for sure. Yeah. I think the Pirates have something going.
I think the fact you've got something to play for changes a lot of things. You're not just going out there to get rolled on.
Right.
They'd burn down the stadium. Let's not and say we did.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a heavily Dominican crowd too. Like that's.
Oh yeah.
That party would be epic.
Yeah. Yeah, but John, can't hit the side of a boat in water in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Yeah. John, Cruz gonna hit 125 in the upper deck and break our hearts. I mean, he could. Mason Miller's gonna throw a strike though.
Oh, Will Smith. Oh my God.
I don't like how this is going.
I mean, I'm saying that like I could catch a Mason Miller slider right now, but
yeah, I mean, fair. I feel like you're just like trying to. It's self-preservation back there with him pitching. Dude, you're just trying to knock it down.
Yeah, he palmed the crap out of that though.
Yeah. Foul tip at a hundo.
Yeah. I don't like that spot. I don't like that he's missing up.
I don't like that he's missing as much as he is.
Well, I mean, fair.
Although you could argue that walking Cruz here is not a terrible idea.
Yeah, set up a double play somewhere.
Yeah, because you got Perdomo coming up and misses the ball on the ground a lot.
I shouldn't be this nervous for a game that doesn't really mean anything. It's like crazy.
Oh, that might have been a little bit too good, but it was hard enough that it didn't matter.
Yeah, you're good. You're good 15 seconds ahead of me. Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
I mean, 101, man, is crazy. And Mason Miller's tall enough. That must feel like it's coming at, like, he's like, what did Shumpert said he just like reaches it out and gives it to you.
Yeah.
He's just like,
when he's talking about Randy Johnson, the fact that like, by the time he let go of the ball, he was so on top of you. It was like he was handing it to you.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like, 60 feet away, but these guys are, 6'4", 6'5", 6'7", on top of that, and then just the length they get.
All right. There we go. Whoa, barely got him.
Yeah, O'Neal can run. All right.
Let's go.
2 outs, guy at third.
Okay, you can put Austin Wells back in the game now.
You got your boy. Here comes your boy.
Perdomo?
Yep.
Ugh. Perdomo could break some hearts here. He's a good
This is
hitter.
a tough one. I mean, unless he goes yard, you're talking about a tie game. Jim Joyce called him safe.
Love it,
Jeez.
Carp.
Wow. Jim Joyce catching strays all these years later.
I love Perdomo, but not right now, buddy. Not right now,
No.
Jerry.
You're not that guy.
Not right now.
Actually, just please don't be that guy.
Yeah, just save it for another week, please, Jim.
Julio gonna steal home. That'd be epic, John.
To tie the game.
Tie the game on a steal of home.
Yeah, there's a strike. I don't think we see a slider this at bat. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't think he has faith in it, and he can't afford to bounce one.
He can't. As good as Will Smith is, you can't afford that.
Oh God. All right. There you go.
All right.
One more.
Yeah, he's
Let's
just
go.
pumping the fastballs in. That's 3 straight heaters.
Yeah.
That just can't be a comfortable at bat.
No. It's like all those guys, like him, Yohan Duran, and then he drops that 90 mile-an-hour splitter on your. No, thanks.
Yeah, pass. Like, how do you even adjust to that?
You can't. You're just guessing at that point. Because I love when it's like, oh, well, sit fastball, hit off speed, dude. You're not.
That works until you're in like the minor leagues. Then you have to be able to do more than that.
Yeah. Wow, what a big league take that was. Oh,
you can't. This. Yeah, you can't bring Tatis back up. I mean, my lord, you can't give Tatis a chance to do anything here.
Come on, Mason. Come on. Stay in put. Nope. Flat cheese. I'm Nick. That's Harrison down there. If you haven't known, I'm Nick. That's Harrison. And maybe next week we'll switch it. Who knows? We'll see. All right, Mason. Come on. One more. One more strike's all we need out of you, buddy. Come on. Jerry. Stop it.
Man, he's just fighting off tough pitches.
Yeah.
But you're right. He actually threw the slider and he threw it for a ball. Everything else has been a fastball.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, wow. He punched him out. That was, oh, no.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm happy, but that's ball 4. That sucks.
Yeah, Carl, you're right. ABS would have overturned that one for sure.
Oh, that missed by a good 2-3 inches. But either way, you can't take that. You just fouled off a ton of pitches to stay in that at bat. You got to find a way to put a bat on that, I think.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you can't leave your life in the umpire's hands in that situation.
No. Wow, dirty. Well, USA in the finals. So, all right, we get the winner of Venezuela and Italy. So that will be Tuesday night. We'll have Italy and Venezuela tomorrow at 8:00, I would guess. That's probably another primetime game.
Yes. So I'm trying to see if I can find the schedule.
Yeah, it's got to be at 8:00 for sure.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, that was crazy. John Temple rematch. 7 p.m. tomorrow. What? That's gross.
Oh wait, no, it's 8 p.m. It's 8 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
That's what the site is saying. 8 p.m. Eastern, Venezuela, Italy. And then
Yeah.
the final is is also 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh, imagine an Italy rematch. Yeah, that'd be sick.
Oh man.
Michael, it's all good, man. I mean, you wanted the DR team to win instead of USA, but you guessed wrong.
Yeah.
Listen, that DR team's not a bad pick, man. That offense was insane. So, yeah.
If I was a betting person, I probably would have bet on the DR to win this game, although I wanted USA to win.
Right.
The DR was red hot coming in.
Yeah. Crazy. So, all right. So, for those of you that are doing our fantasy league, we do have 12 people interested. So, our plan on Thursday is to do the live draft. So once everybody is in there, we'll do the live draft. So you guys can come if you're in other fantasy leagues. But Thursday we're going to do the draft live on the show. But we can still talk about anything and everything. So pretty cool. I think. Let me see. We might have one more potential spot if somebody wants in. Just send me a message, and we can go from there. But I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else, Harrison?
No, that was a wild finish.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. So, all right. Well, we might be on Tuesday night for the USA game. We'll see what's going on that night. Might be on for the final, might be worth it. But otherwise than that, we will see you then and go USA. So yeah, watch party for the final, most definitely. Well, Wednesday night we can't. Oh no, it's Tuesday night would be the watch party, right? Yes,
yeah.
Tuesday's the final. Yes, so
Yeah,
Tuesday
17th.
we'll probably jump on for the final for sure.
Yep.
So we will do that. Yeah, I don't know who I want to face. Venezuela is dangerous, but Italy's on a heater. Yeah, I don't know which one either. I'm with you, Carl. But we will see. All right, so Thursday it will probably be 9 for the draft, so we can be on live and stuff like that. So it'll be a little bit. It'll be a little bit later. So 9 Eastern is what I'm thinking for the draft. And I'm gonna turn the picks down to like a minute, so we're not here all night. So
forever.
Yeah. All right. So again, thanks to everybody in the chat that keeps continuing to come back to our shows episode after episode. You guys are incredible. You're the reason we do this and love every single interaction we have with you guys. So really appreciate it. And we will see you Tuesday for the USA final. Have a good couple nights. We'll see you.